Hi, Nisan.
Yes.
Haha, we are just a bit away, about 500 meters. I'm walking to here, passing SSC, CCC, NCC, just homes of cricket in Sri
Of
Lanka.
course, they are the homes of these legendary clubs and for many of our legendary cricketers because they grew there.
Exactly, the Sri Lankan cricket just grew there when we saw it, when we experienced it. The very much initial points were there. So we saw the grounds. If you go to Kittarama, if you go to Bloomfield, or even Saravanamuttu, maybe 2 kilometers away from here.
Of course.
All these homes just given some advantage to the Sri Lankan cricket.
Yes.
And just growing it from here to Kettarama, then to the Gaul, then to the Hambantota, then to the Dambulla. These all homes just given some concrete solutions for the Sri Lankan cricket
Of course.
in a way.
Yes.
And when we perform there, sometimes we say in Sinhala words by today, Kumburu. Right? Hanawa. Right?
These days, like, the Kumburu has become what you call it as the
Keyword.
keyword of how the Sri Lankan cricket is been progressing.
Yes. So, how the Kumburuhana, how the Madanana, and how these things would. Is it true only for us? Or is it common to the world? Or is the cricket just using it as some different technique and all those? We want to talk about, isn't it?
Yes, of course. To start with, every country, it's not only in cricket. I think many other games also might have, but the cricket has so much variables. The way that wind blows, the light, the rain, disruption, grass, everything just impact on the game. So it's a very very complex game. But I'm sure that every country in the world has their own advantage, and it's very legitimate for any country to use that to get some advantage because at the end of the day, we play the game to win, right? But
Because in the scorecard, it doesn't say whether you play it in the country or away from there.
Country.
If you lose it, it says you lost.
Yes, exactly. That's the point.
Yeah.
If you lose it, it says you lost. If you won it, it says you won. But we can talk about a lot of things in the home advantage. First, I want to ask from you, because you have been watching Sri Lankan cricket for so many decades. Just tell me one thing which you would say the Sri Lanka's biggest home advantage.
Spin.
Yeah, spin to win.
Yeah, spin to win. So if you take it up, we remember the guys like just who passed away, D.S.D. Silva. Then we had Lalit Kaluperuma, then to Ajit De Silva, the trio.
Yes.
Then we saw some spin, other people, Varnaveeras, Raja Vijayasuryas, and all those things. Then single match played once. Then again, we saw 3 came in one match, Murali, Kalpage and Piyal Wijetunga.
Yes, yes.
Then Murali came into the picture.
Yes.
Then Rangana Herath. By then Ajanta. Then we are having Hasaranga today, Tikshana today. For all to support these guys, right? Sri Lankan had those Kumburu, what we
Yes,
say,
yes.
and that spin turning pitches. And we had some specialist groundsmen like Gamini Silva, Bhuvaneka Randeniya, who were specialists in cutting the ground like. Just if you go to the barber and ask to cut it 0, these guys are using the machine of this barber to cut this grass. Right?
Just complete kind of like, proper cut. Now, these days we call that as bass cut.
Bass cut.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm having it. Right? So basically, Sri Lankan cricket, we saw it and we were getting that advantage, to be
Yes.
frank, and we were using it. And technically, we saw how Murali was performing in our home conditions. And Now from there we are going out.
Sure.
Because with the advantage, our winning percentages were super.
Yes.
From 1996 or 1995 onwards until 2014, in that 20 years, we saw huge progression in Sri Lankan cricket. And we had a lot of heroes. And those heroes were performing in our turning pitches.
Of course.
And we were getting it, and no one was complaining even.
Yeah, true.
The thing was that, right? And by then, the turning point is not only that.
True.
Because home advantage is it only the ground. So my next question is that, how you feel like?
No,
Because
no.
I know you have watched it away from Sri Lanka too.
Yeah, true.
So-
But the home
Because the
advantage...
best place is in India.
because their grounds are not spectator friendly because of too much people come, and they celebrate it in such a way. And many people who went to India might know you can buy a water bottle. So what do? Is they don't give you the water bottle. They are worried that you might throw at them. They break the water bottle, put it in a big paper glass, and they give it to you. So that's India. So we will just really talk about all these things. Not only the spin or the wicket or the pitch is the home advantage. The fans, the vibe they are giving. Because if you just really say like in England, they will sing like they are in a choir.
Barmy Army.
Yeah, Barmy Army. But most of the time they sing like same old Aussies always cheating. It's not, I'm not saying, Barmy Army saying. But if you go to Australia, they make these, different ways. We have seen Australians doing this workout with the players.
Exactly. Even I remember some players just trying to practice it to the
Yes.
Sri Lankans
Yes.
in Ketaram, but it was a bit utterly.
Yeah.
Right?
But if you take India, they are the noisiest because they go with flags and they make a lot of noise. And Sri Lanka is like, with that flavor of Papare band, we have this different...
No,
what you call it?
actually, to be frank with you, I watched cricket in about 6 countries. Was lucky enough. Among all those, the best vibe was set in by the Papare band.
Yeah, of course, with that music and dance and people...
No, because when you go there,
Yeah.
I remember just when from Sri Lanka, and when referring to one of the hard fan cricketer,
Yeah.
where they say, cricket fan actually, say, can you play Papare? Because they such love it.
Yeah.
Because Sri Lankan Papare is such a vibe,
True.
and that is a part of Sri Lankan cricket too.
True.
So that is part of a home advantage too.
Too, because the fans obviously play a big part. Because I would say like in MCG, I remember during I think it was told by Richie Bernard. In MCG on a boxing day, you get around nearly 90,000 people. So when McGrath appeal for an out or a LBW, it's actually
Whole
90,000.
crowd is appealing. Oh, isn't it out? All the umpire just silent.
Yeah, so it's just really like a very what you call it as unbelievable advantage to your home team. But we need to understand certain things. Anything, too much of anything is good for nothing. They always say. So we have these pitches, we have the spin friendly pitches, and we have been winning matches. Yeah, all fine. But my genuine worry is, are these things keeping just because we have been... I know that Sri Lanka is an island. Are we playing cricket also in a way that, we have been isolated from the rest of the world? Because if you could see the modern game, I'm talking about 2025, 2020, because we are yet to have another 50 over World Cup in another 2 years. The average score has already become 320. And the teams are just effortlessly hitting that. Right? Whether it is like...
Because just you have to understand that before 2005 or before T20s come into picture, it was something like 220, 250, like a very good score.
280 is a tough score to chase.
Yeah.
It's almost guarantee you a win kind of like 9 out of 10 days. But the cricket has been drifting towards and going forward. But if you could see the Sri Lanka's recent
No,
performance,
because by then, with the ODIs, Marwan or maybe Rahul Dravid for India, maybe for Dean Johns for Australia, maybe classical hitters, right?
yeah, so
And those players just played it and they just were being there throughout the match. And for 120 balls, they are hitting a century.
yeah, sure.
So that was the match advantage
They
are
had.
expecting, and they are just fixing it for 250.
Yeah, sure.
And that is the winning score. But by today, if you face 120 balls, if you don't hit 140 runs, right, you will be the cause of losing.
Because that even that 20-30 runs makes a big difference.
Exactly.
So I wanted to take you back to Bangladesh. It's a very classic example about the home advantage and everything, because they have been known for these slow, low turn, that slump pitches in Dhaka. No one plays well, and even why I'm really talking about it. Recently, they had a series against Ireland. By and large, Ireland would be a team performing bad in subcontinent because they hardly tour, and they are an associate team, just now got the test status, and they're just coming up. The first match Ireland won, that was kind of a okay-ish wicket. You can hit like 160, 170, that type of. Second match, Bangladesh went back to the pitch, which is giving you the winning score of 117, not even 120. So during the Bangladesh had a so-called golden period. I would say so-called because I'm not against them, but I'm just really telling you.
Because there was a Sri Lankan also part of that called Chandika Singh.
Yes. That period, they have literally defeated every test-playing nation on a bilateral series except England. England did tour, but England somehow won that match because England was a different England back then. I'm talking about this 16, 17, 18 when Mustafizur break in Tashkent Ahmad became a big deal for them. Shakib Al Hasan, Tamim Iqbal, all of them performing at their top. Mahmudullah was on his top game. But what is their biggest achievement? They have just been to an Asia Cup final in 2018. That's all. They haven't won anything substantial. Forget about Australia or Sena or all these countries. They haven't won anything substantial even outside Bangladesh. Just those days, the UAE wickets, even to a larger extent, UAE wickets kind of similar to them. They played so many bilateral series against Pakistan and Afghanistan and all these countries there. They couldn't win anything. So this is the problem but when we go to Bangladesh, yeah, all good team, and they even became number 2 in the ranking. My question is, you play cricket, at the end of the day, yeah, bilateral series are okay, you win, it's all nice, but you play for that multilateral tournaments. You still, if you are a Sri Lankan fan, I would still boast about the World Cup. We have a 50 over World Cup, we have a 20 over World Cup. We have so many Asia Cups, so many triangulars, Morocco Cup, Sharjah Cup, Coca-Cola Cup, this Cup, Singer Cup, Akai Cup. Yeah, fine. Except that VB Series Cup, we almost had like everything here, right? But at the same time, we have bilaterals as well. If you just go to the SLC and say so many trophies are there. But we actually play for trophies as well. Where Bangladesh made the mistake, my genuine worry is Sri Lanka is also making the same mistake. Because for the past 2 years, if you could just take Sri Lanka's performance, they have been exceptional in home. After a long time, at first time they won a bilateral series against India in 27 years, I think, and then they beat New Zealand after a long time, and they beat so many countries. Australia 2021 also, we actually have a ODI bilateral series win. So many things, so many achievements. We just really I don't want to by heart and tell the Cricinfo stats guru page. But what did we do in Asia Cup? What did we do in this recent Pakistan series is more than embarrassing. So this is my genuine worry. We are doing good in home, yeah, fine, very, very good. But the moment we step out, are we becoming another Bangladesh?
Yeah, technically, what we're trying to say exactly getting into my point as well, because I remember the good times of Australia. Because if we take it up, just the good times of Australia, especially after Alan Border captaincy, and they are getting into their major logical framework of winning frame.
Sure.
They want to set it up in
Sure.
Australia, especially the Benson and Hedges, the Kerry Packer, his series and all those things, just taking world cricket into a next level. Because you was playing what you are saying as a masala cricket.
Sure.
We are saying the color dress cricket.
Sure.
And all those things, and Australia was playing their own home and just putting it there. In 1990s, we saw logically how it was building with their home advantage. And I was just watching this morning, there was a Benson Hedges match in 1995, and Kalpage was batting, and he was just hitting to a shot, and Sri Lanka was needed about 8 or 9 runs to win in the last over. And guy was hitting, it was a sure no ball. It was coming to this level, and he was hitting it, and in the leg side it was taking a catch, and he was indicating that it's a no ball, and umpire was not having a look, leg umpire, and he was like this. And any guesses who is the umpire?
Roy Emerson?
This other guy.
Daryl Hare.
Yes, the Daryl Hare.
He had some vengeance against Sri Lanka for a long time.
Yeah, so that part also I have to take it up, because this umpiring.
Yeah,
Umpiring part, because logically, the umpires, the home advantage was using very critically, because in Sri Lanka even I remember, for example, Kapil Dev was saying in 1980s, Sri Lanka cannot win a test match away from Sri Lanka when umpires like Ponnadore, BC Kure was doing some bad umpiring, calling no balls, and just putting everything in the wrong way.
True.
Right? So we saw the Sri Lankan umpires as
Even
well.
Francis had some issues. Right?
Francis had some issues. So the 3 our international umpires then, right? So if you know some other names, just call it here. And technically, in Australia, these things, and you remember how they were trying to caught it up Murali.
Yeah, of course. For no reason. First, even when Murali was bowling leg spin, he had some issues. Because he had.
Yeah, because that is something of a home advantage too for them.
Yeah,
because
true.
they are using their own umpires and they are calling it at home. It's like you are saying something in the parliament and people are asking, come out of the parliament and say it. Right? Like the Emerson's Daryl Hayes were doing it in Australia, not away from Australia.
True.
Right? That's why Murali was rejecting after 1995 series. I will not go anymore to Australia for Test cricket.
Sure.
You remember? So his record in the other every country he is having 80 wicket plus, not in Australia. So that's something to say about the umpiring. So by today we know how certain countries, not like Sri Lanka, how India is having some bad image on that, on the umpiring.
It's always because as you know that now we have this umpire's call is a biggest thing which has been debated, and then the technologies and everything. But sometimes it just people always do that, but we can't just really always talk about the past about bad umpiring, and we have to move on with that. And most of the time, but I personally believe that home advantage is good. You have a legitimate reason to use it. You can always have it, but don't overuse it. Because why we wanted to tell you this is, in 90s we told the golden period, Sri Lanka had the same home advantage. There are days only Chaminda Vaas comes into the lineup as a fast bowler, but those days we won matches, series and everything in New Zealand, in England. And by and large, Sri Lanka is the first Asian team to push Australia to the third final in the VB series. This happened in 2006-7 or something. Next year, India won the series there. But Sri Lanka, that's a big thing.
No, actually, there are also some umpiring decisions where there are also, I remember, Andrew Simon saw some outsourced there, so Sri Lankan were missing it in the second match. So,
So,
just those things should be recalled, but recapped as what you are saying. Sri Lanka, when we are building it up, technically we use the home advantage, we use the certain. We are having a perception on how Sri Lankan cricket should be and all those things. But if we have to build it up, more than having the home advantage, now we are talking about this thing for last decades or something. Sri Lanka should prepare it for the other side of the world. And we saw how we are doing it for specifically in England, about 3 test matches. We were using Prabhat Jayasuriya for 2 test matches, no result. We were using 4 fast bowlers. We won the 4th test match. So that was the test team which was winning continuously throughout the world.
Exactly.
Right? And also in South Africa, we use our fast bowlers, completely using fast bowlers. We have beaten South Africa twice. So guys, the thing is, we are having the talent. If you take it up, Chamira, if you take it up, Lahiru Kumar, if you take it up, even Milan Ratnayaka.
Even
these guys are swing and those things.
Asitha Fernando, Vishwa
No, that's what I'm saying, because those are concrete players. But these guys are coming out and performing in the outside. So if you take it up, these guys are performing outside when they are given the opportunity. But them to be prepared and do the things, they have to have their home advantage for them. Somewhere.
So I mean that's what I say. There we need to strike a balance.
Exactly.
Just really we can have home advantage at the same time make sure that doesn't spoil you over. Here and there you give batters. I think now they have hired the the hitting coach.
The hitting coach for the T20s and all, because it's obvious we are coming in 2 months' time for the T20 World Cup at home.
On that. So hopefully there will be something there and there will be all these things sorted and we can see the cricket team performing well.
And 2 statistical things to give it to you. 2011, 2015 and 2019. All 3 World Cups won by the home teams. First is in India. Next it was Australia and next was England. Right? So that was home advantage in sense. We saw how it was scoring, but 2023, missed it by Kesgas. To India, right?
It's like, because actually people still say they actually missed it by inches because there were few balls which Bumrah bowled just goes between his pad and wicket and all these things. We don't want to
there was no luck on that.
So, you need to have a little bit of luck as well. True.
And also if you take it up, England county cricket even, the home advantage for a county. When you play it Essex versus Kent, you are playing it at Essex, it's their home cricket.
So
it says it's the oldest cricket to follow. And there even the statistics says with the history, 57% of home advantage is there always. So they are preparing it for the pitches and all those things. So that is calling. And also when we call at the cricket for our latest about the IPL, which has been there for last 18 years.
Of course, the home matches also there, away matches also. So you play, both teams play one at home, one at away.
So the good thing is our closest neighbor Tamil Nadu or the CSK, can you believe their home advantage is?
They have been winning. So I just really wanted to tell you that they have a phenomenal record at home, but only team which challenge them at home is Mumbai Indians.
Any numbers about challenging?
During the IPL time, I remember.
It's 71.6, believe me. Mumbai Indians, it's only 66, 67 something.
But in the only team which has beaten...
very closer. Closest is the Mumbai Indians because they are the oldest 2 counterparts. Right? So technically these things are there. And also to recall, when you are playing some series in Australia, England, sometimes they were giving us schedules. You have to be a traveler. You are going from starting from Kochi, just going to Bangalore, then to Chennai, then to next to Delhi, and then going to next into the Mohali, and then going into the somewhere in the Seven Sisters, and coming back to Chandigarh. Right? I think we had 8 matches in India one time.
Okay.
Even 5 different location. Those are you have to travel. Your travel time is almost 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, true.
So these things are being there even our same subcontinent. Even in Australia, we had the same sort of issue. We talked about that.
Yeah, because even this year Ashes first they started in Perth, the West Coast, and the second match was at Brisbane. So they went there, and then they are coming to South. Tomorrow they are going to start with in Adelaide. Then they finish off here. So it's always like, you know.
Yeah, in these home advantages in Australia, you can't say it anything because it's a continent. And you are having prime ministers for every their sub-county, and just there you have to see how they are governing there in their home advantage.
Definitely,
right?
definitely.
So it's joking, comedian, but end of the day, cricket is being there to watch,
Sure.
to being a fair game,
Sure.
and good thing, and to the future as a nation to build it as a cricket lovers. This home advantages, technically building proper players, future. For sure, Sri Lanka is having a future in cricket. The Murali's words, Sri Lanka can't do it.
ඒක මගේ මතේ බෑ.
මගේ මතේ
That's Murali's quote. Always people say like, you know, that with this meme, they said ඒක මගේ මතේ බෑ.
But as Malinga said, try karla balamu.
See, it's I would say there are times, I would say, they play according to Murali's quote. There are times they play according to Malinga's quote. So we can't just, you know, for me it's like, you know, yeah, both of them are correct.
Right. Let's meet in next episode, guys. Sure. And we have given you something to think and to take it home.
Sure.
See you.
See you.